Go somewhere else. I can't take this nonsense anymore. How are you going to blame the defense?
I got the pouch. Screw green bean. Damn it.
But once you get to the sausage, I feel like we're doing something.
Go Jets.
What would you give up to see a Jets Super Bowl?
All of my friends and family.
Hit those milk thumbs, boys and girls.
Freeze frame.
Hold on to your underwear, ladies, and stand by, bitches. It's now time for Talkin' Jets with your hosts, Matt, Ryan, and Green Bean.
Welcome to Talkin' Jets. My name's Ryan, and I'll be your pilot tonight. I am joined alongside my lovely co-pilots. I got Mr. Green Bean to my this way. I got Mr. Matt O'Leary to my that way. Green Bean, how you doing tonight?
Man, I'm feeling light and funky, Ryan. I'm feeling light and funky. That's what I got.
I love it. O'Leary, how about you? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic. I have a little pour of Jameson to celebrate. Woo! Happy St. Patty's Day, fellas. Or my Dropkick Murphys t-shirt. I'm ready to go.
I love it. Nice. I love it. I wore my 𝐵𝐲𝐿 in green today. My girls had their, we set up a leprechaun trap in our house. They had to try and catch a leprechaun. This leprechaun's fast. We couldn't catch it. Wound up peeing some green pee in our toilet. And it took all the little gold coins we had all over the place. So, those dang leprechauns.
Bastard.
Boys and girls, we got so much to
really
get
good.
into.
I like that.
It's fun,
I
right?
like that.
I remember as a kid, we
never
tried to
done
catch the
that.
leprechaun.
Matt, have you ever done that?
No, I've only seen, so my mom teaches pre-K, 4-year-olds, and she obviously is kind of in on these newer trends, like the, what's the one around Christmas time where you hide the elf? Yeah. So like that and this leprechaun thing, I have learned about these newer additions to the children through my mom. So I've heard of it, but I've never done a leprechaun search.
Yeah, I remember being in kindergarten and we were like making cookies or whatever, and whatever. I forget exactly how it like worked out, but we had to try and catch this leprechaun. And there was like little green footprints all over. So like our toilets, actually, I'll show you the picture. It was adorable.
What do you use for green pea? Like, do you actually, you're like my regular pea?
Yeah. I just pee in the toilet, and then I mix a little blue in it, and then there you go. It's primary colors, baby.
I'm fucking polluted.
I load up on asparagus, and away we go.
Where is it?
Oh, that's great. Oh, that's funny, man. Daddy, why is your pea always so bright green? Oh, there it is.
Oh,
look at
yeah,
that.
wow.
Can't catch me.
Can't catch me with little footprints on
Oh, look
there.
how little. Is that his footprints?
That's little footprints.
It's a little fella.
Zoom in on the footprints. I want to see it. What'd you do?
Let's see if I don't know if
What'd you do? Like a little marker or something? What'd you do?
You know what? I'll be honest. I was streaming with Dom last night, so I'm not exactly sure how it was. I think it's probably just a little food coloring and like a Q-tip would be my guess.
Huh.
Some of these toes have 4 toes. Some of them have 5. So I blame, the leprechaun for.
Maybe it was the dog. Maybe
stepping
Bali got
weird.
hungry, ate it up.
You're like,
It was fun.
Look, I appreciate you doing all that, but I just want to tell you, I wouldn't have had inconsistent toes. I just want to say,
I'm just gonna call spade a spade here.
Right. Just want to say it. Not judging.
I used the 3D printer. I made like a little cauldron. I printed a bunch of like little gold coins.
Oh, hell yeah.
All sorts of silly things.
That's amazing, man.
Boys and girls, make sure you hit that like button on the way in here. We're going to give away a shirt, hat, mug, t-shirt, or jersey potentially at the end of this stream. And someone's going to win it. And all you got to do to qualify is leave a like in here, and we're going to pull a random person every 10 likes. And if you send in a super chat, you get added to that list automatically. If you gift a membership, you automatically get added into that as well. We actually also have 2 tickets to the Talkin' Jets Talkin' Jets draft party down in Hoboken. The 3 of us are going to be there night 1 of the NFL draft. $25 gets you in the door. $5 draft beers, $5 well drinks, $5 house wines, and 50% off all apps all night long. We're going to have the crowd cam going, as well as our live show from the bar itself. Matt, can you give us a little bit more details on the giveaway?
Yes, I want to give a shout out to Vince, a big supporter of Talkin' Jets and all our channels, and his company, People Guess. He donated to the fund, so he is going to be sending 2 people to our draft party. So if you are available and able to attend, so like if you're in Nome, Alaska and probably can't make it over for the draft, don't put a ticket emoji. But if you are available that night and would want to be in on the raffle for the draft party in Hoboken, New Jersey, drop a ticket emoji. I will write down the list of names and we will pick a winner of 2 tickets.
I can't wait. This is so much fun. Like literally our draft stream is the best stream that we do the entire year. Like, of course, every Tuesday night is like a slamming stream, but draft night, night 1, night 2, and then forget it. Night 3 just starts going bonkers and haywire. We're like absolutely slap happy. But we get a ton of guests on throughout the night. We get some absolute awesome commentary, and you get to see some of our authentic, flabbergasted expressions when we do something stupid. You get to see our excitement when we do something we think is fun, and then you get the occasional little golf clap and like, yeah, we did the thing that we were hoping we'd do. And it's always a really, really good time. Bean, you looking forward to coming up?
Yeah, it's the best. And like you said it, like, so the number one thing about our draft streams is the real-time reaction shit. Like there's nothing we can say. You can prepare yourself, you know, and as we do, right? Like we prepare ourselves as well as anybody for the draft. But when they say shit, there's no way, when it comes out as a surprise, there's no way to hide either your disdain, your excitement, whatever it might be. And it's captured. It's there. Like there's no way to deny, you know, like what it. I love it. And like, even though sometimes we're like, we feel one way and, you know, look, you think about it for a few minutes, you can calm down and go, all right, well, people are like, yeah, you can't change what, because they know we were like, what the fuck is that? So it's the best, man. I love it. And I love hanging with everybody, man. So this is, we did it 2 years ago, 2 drafts ago in Long Island. It was amazing. This time we're going to be better because we're going to do, the live stream is going to be heard inside the place as well as on YouTube and everything. So it's going to be killer, man. I cannot wait to come up. It's going to be the best. And we have a whole shitload of picks. And I think we're going to have potentially a 3rd first. So that would be exciting. We got to hang out all night. You can't. It's not like you know, we have a pick and then we all go home. We're going to be hanging. It's going to be a long, great night of first round awesome sausages.
You know what I heard? I was talking to our ticket rep this week, and the Jets and Giants usually do a joint draft party at MetLife, and they can't do it this year. The stadium has been rented out from like last month through July till August. Nothing's allowed to be played in it because of the World Cup. So they're renovating a whole bunch of stuff. So they can't even do their own draft party in the stadiums. They don't even know what they're doing yet.
My father-in-law is going to be pissed. Every year he goes there and has a great time at the MetLife.
They're still going to do something, but they don't know where it's going to be. I would imagine maybe at like, I would think like Florham Park would seem to make a lot of sense, but I don't know if that's actually what they're going to do.
Maybe FanDuel.
Maybe
they don't want anybody inside. Yeah, they would keep everybody outside on the field.
See, they should just be like, oh, you know, those Talkin' Jets guys, we can't compete with them. We got to let's go down to Texas, Arizona. Let's go have a good old time.
Wouldn't that be great?
That would be
when he shows up
slamming. That would be so much fun. It's going to be a
shows up. Hey, so did you tell people to do the ticket thing if they can make it?
Yeah, we got Flight Boys in there. Free
I got
kicks. I see.
You write them down, Green Bean?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, man. All right, cool. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that, you know, I don't know. I didn't hear it. So, and I'm here and I'm sitting here listening. So I don't know what happened.
It's going to be an absolute blast. I know Leary's looking forward to it. We do our raffles throughout the entire night. So, like, if you guys are watching at home, like, let's say you're living in Wyoming or maybe in Virginia now because you're a transplant, Wyatt, I'm talking to you, and you want to hang out with us and you're watching the live stream, if you want to get in on the raffle, any $20 super chat gets entered into the raffle for, like, our in-person prizes. If it's something stupid heavy like a, you know, cornhole boards, we're not going to ship it. But, like, we usually get, like, tickets to games. We'll do, like, a jersey giveaway. We're doing, like, stuff from the merch shop. You can get one of those Dom was wrong or Dom is wrong draft a kicker shirts. We have the Talkin' Jets monkey pillows. We got all sorts of stuff going on. So even if you're not at the party and you're further away, feel free to hang out with us and get some opportunity to win some stuff. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah. All right. Everybody wins.
Everybody
If you
wins.
don't participate.
And if you're interested in going,
you're
you don't have to
losing.
necessarily be just Jets fan. We got Giant fans coming. We got a whole bunch of fans, not necessarily only Jets fans, primarily Jets fans.
I think I have a small contingent of Miami Dolphins fans coming.
Damon, if you are hanging around the tri-state area and want to come, you're more than welcome, my friend. He pops in and says, this should be fun. Should be a fun, in air quotes, season for our teams. Damon, I'm going to be real honest. I have no idea what the Dolphins are doing. I mean, it looks like they're tanking. They got like 160 some odd million in dead cap. Yeah. But like, why would you sign Malik Willis? Like, that was like the best option you could have had at quarterback in the offseason. Like, if you're going to tank, like, it just feels like like if I was Malik Willis, I'd be like, what the hell? You just got rid of every single like person on this damn team right now. Matt, what are your thoughts on the Dolphins situation? And chat, by the way, I do have a which team do you think is going to get the #1 overall pick next year? Dolphins and Jets, both options on that list, along with the Raiders and the Cardinals. Matt, your thoughts on what the Dolphins are doing right now?
So it's clearly a teardown, but you bring up a good point with the Malik Willis signing. I think they're going to draft a receiver. And I know you're going like, why did you just trade a good receiver? And I like Waddle. I think he's a good receiver. I think Denver got a really good player. And I think, with credit to Miami, I think they got a good return for him, right? A first, third, and a pick swap in the 4th round, I believe, was the package. But they're going to go, we don't think Waddle, who will be 28 this year, he won't be in his prime. Maybe the next time we're good. So let's reset the rookie contract and that whole fun and games thing. So I think they are going to draft Malik Willis as #1 target with one of their first 2 picks.
I do like the trade. Like the compensation they got, I thought was very good. I thought the timing of it was correct. I agree with you, Matt. They probably are drafting a receiver. Just feels a little surprising bringing in a guy that you're hoping to like prove is the guy, and you're just kind of eliminating that option in some capacity. Who knows? Bean, what are your thoughts on the Waddle trade?
Well, I'll second and third that the compensation was exceptional. And I mean, what, they got a first, a third, and swapped fourths, right? Isn't that what they did?
Effectively just traded down a little bit in the 4th to get a third.
Yeah, right. So I think that's exceptional for Jalen Waddle. And I get what you're saying about Malik Willis, but just like you said, and that was going to be one of my answers to it, is like, well, they're going to draft their own guy. I don't think Malik Willis is their long-term answer. Like, I know what you're saying about he was kind of the best option in free agency. Maybe. These are guys that they know him. They know Malik Willis, right? And he's going to be fine. But, I don't think they look at him as kind of the long-term answer. And I think it's one of those things where, maybe they weren't planning on trading Waddle, but got that offer. Because from what I understand, there was interest in Waddle before, and the Dolphins held. Like, they didn't want. They were like, no. Maybe they were holding out
Giants
more, whatever.
To trade for him at one point.
Right.
We'd heard other teams kind of kick around.
I still can't figure out my face on this fucking stream. It's like it's backwards. So if I'm to the left,
slide to your left.
Go this way.
Your other left.
Slide to my left.
Your left. Yeah.
That?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird, man. All right. I can't. It just gets me. I don't know what, slide to my left. That's all I'm going to think. Because I'm always over to the right, cutting off half my head.
To the left.
Slide to the left. Right. Bing. But anyway, I think
sorry.
It's fun to see Miami get depleted, right? Like it's fun for me. Like, okay, good. Get 3 kills gone. Waddle's gone. Jalen Phillips is gone. All these guys are gone. It's good. So it's going to take them a second to get back up to snuff. But I do also hate that the Broncos are loading up. It's like just aggravating when teams, they are able to turn it around quickly,
See, the Broncos don't bother me like as much. One, they're not in our division, but 2, like that division in and of itself is a gauntlet. It's kind of like the AFC North, where like I'm not terribly concerned about either one of those divisions because they're just going to beat the snot out of each other between the Chargers, the Chiefs, and the Broncos. Like, I think ultimately when we get to a point in our franchise building where we are competing, I still think it's like another 2 years down the road. Like, I think we could be, you're looking for positive signs this year. You're looking for maybe like a Giants 2025 season in 2027 when you feel like you might have your quarterback. And then, you springboard that 2028 year ultimately is maybe what the time frame we're working on. So I'm hoping enough changes between now and then for that. With the Dolphins, the part that really pisses me off with them is obviously the non-income tax state. Literally, the other three teams that we're competing with, potentially, four, I guess. I don't think the Titans are going to be that bad, but the Raiders, the Cardinals, the Dolphins, three of the worst teams along with us, all in non-income tax states. The Dolphins are one of like the hottest franchises for free agents to like want to go to already. Yeah. So like, I feel like. I don't know if there was a team that was going to land a potential generational type, potential quarterback or Air Manning type thing. Not that I think Manning is the dead set lock to be number one, but it feels like that's kind of where we're going to be headed. It feels like we're going to end up with like Josh Allen and Manning in our friggin' division, and that bothers me a little bit. But
I don't know. The last time the Dolphins were tanking, they ended up with the 5th pick.
That's true.
Remember that 2019 roster, right? And then the 2020 draft. Like, this is going to be the worst team of all time. What they're doing is horrendous to the sport. And they won like 5 games.
Yeah.
NFL.
That was that Flores? That was Flores, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that was
because they were trying to offer him money to tank and he wouldn't do it. They ultimately, I guess, how do you guys feel about Herbert? Because that was kind of like the big takeaway from that draft was that they decided to go Tua instead of Herbert. And like, I really like Herbert, and I guess Tua's been hurt, so it's kind of hard to maybe compare the two. But I feel like Herbert's been pretty underwhelming comparatively to where like the caliber of quarterback I feel like he is.
Well, I think it's a team.
Yeah, I mean, they keep having to change coaches. I mean, he's on his 3rd coach. That says a lot. So I mean, I don't know. I think Herbert is a badass, but the Chargers, how we talk about it all the time. It doesn't matter who we get. Doesn't matter GMs, coaches, they all do the same stupid shit like over and over and over again. We have no offense or blah, blah, blah. Well, the Chargers do that too. Like, they do something too, which is they look good all year and they get into the playoffs and they lose, right? Or they're like one of the better teams and they always collapse late. Doesn't matter who the coach is, doesn't matter who the quarterback is. It's one of those things that like, that's like their cloud that they got to kind of, find a way past them, whether or not. I don't think Herbert is the issue. I don't think it's not. I think he's fantastic. I would love to have Herbert over here.
Man, that would be cool.
Oh, yeah. See this but pre-YouTube, like if we're talking 2000s, early 2010s, this all started at the lunch table.
Yep.
And I would go hard for Phillip Rivers and Tony Romo because it was easy to dunk on those guys because like the Chargers and the Cowboys always came up small. I'd be like, no, it's not their fault. It's the coaches or the defense or the coordinator, whatever. So I feel like I owe it to another Chargers quarterback to also be that guy now with this platform and be like, no, it's not Justin Herbert. They had a million injuries last year and they fired the offensive coordinator. So I'm just doing it again in a new forum. So I'm pretty ride or die for Herbert.
What's funny is you said the perfect 2 quarterbacks that I also went to bat for. And I would also argue, I think Dak is a really good quarterback. Like when I think like the Cowboys quarterback situation too, like the same thing with the Chargers and Cowboys. We got Matthew coming in, says, we want Arch Manning and Jeremiah Smith next year. So my hope as a team is that we win as many games as humanly possible. I would like to, like, if we're 1 game out of the playoffs and we have the worst draft pick that's not a playoff team, like that's fine. It's going to be frustrating, but like that's fine. I want to see as much winning as possible. And I'm hoping like hell that the Colts are the team that end up with the number 1 overall pick. And we get to draft our quarterback courtesy of another team's terrible season. And we also have obviously our either Cowboys or Packers 1st round pick, depending on who ends up with the higher draft pick. But like, really, the Jets have 4 quarterbacks that you could be sitting there. And if one of those quarterbacks gets hurt in any meaningful capacity, there's a really good shot we're going to land a very, very high pick. So I don't know if we're going to be able to get Arch Manning and Jeremiah Smith because those guys might go 1-2. In my mind's eye, I sort of envision I think we're going to get a top 5 pick. I think we're going to get probably a top 12 pick. And then it depends on I guess the nice thing is that the Cowboys and Packers are both in the same conference. So one could knock the other one out of the playoffs, or they could both potentially make it. I guess in an absolute worst case scenario, you have Cowboys, Packers championship game versus the Colts on the other side of the, the bracket. That would be super sad. But I think we're going to end up in a good spot. Matt, you think there's any way the Jets get, let's say, either one of Arch Manning or Jeremiah Smith next year?
Either one, sure. Both. Like you said, man, you got to hope it's the Jets, the Colts, both picking in the top 3, right? I would be, and we're not even to the 2026 draft, so we have a year and a month until the 2027 draft to lock and change. But I have a hard time seeing either of those guys fall very far in the draft. That would be a home run draft, obviously, but. Let's hate watch the Colts all year, man. I'm ready for it. I am rooting for their downfall.
Bean, what about you? Any thoughts on the top prospects for next year's class in Jeremiah Smith and Arch?
Yeah. Well, when you say we're going to likely get a top 5 pick, you're thinking the Jets pick is going to be a top 5. Is that what you're saying?
No, I think the Colts pick is going to be top 5. I think the Colts are in for a bad season this year.
Yeah, I think the Colts are in trouble.
I think there's a good chance we could also be in a bad spot. Don't get me wrong. But I do think both those picks could be top 10. I think the Colts could be a very high pick.
I don't know when you guys are going to understand this, but we are going to the playoffs this year. And I don't know. I don't know when you're going to fucking understand it.
Let's go.
I'm on board. Why not? Dude, if we make the playoffs with Geno Smith, I'm going to be friggin' hyped.
Dude,
I would have been. I'm not actually going to eat my hat because I really like my hat, but I will be blown away. I do not have much faith in Geno Smith whatsoever, but I am rooting like hell for that.
Geno Smith, when he was drafted by the Jets, promised that he would get us to the playoffs. And here he is, back to take a. I'm telling you, man, this is it. We're shedding the whole quitteritis team. We got Frank Reich and fucking Musgrave in here. We're going to get some nice, dude. We got 2 firsts, 2 seconds. We're filling out the team in free agency. Got Minkah Fitzpatrick back. Got our first real safety in a long time. It's going to be, we're not going to the Super Bowl. We're going to the playoffs, the wild card. And we are going to have ourselves a damn hootenanny this year watching the New York Jets. And let the fucking Colts implode and give us the first overall pick. I don't think they're going to be the worst, but that'd be nice. Top 3 pick.
Be absolutely wonderful.
I'm here for the hootenanny.
Hootenanny, right, man?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. It all starts at the draft. Dude, we got 4 picks in the top 44. Give me a break. You realize the fucking firepower that is?
Oh, yeah. We're pumped. We're excited. Peter comes in. Guys, if you did not see the pinned comment in the live chat and want to help out a good Jet fan, a loyal supporter of ours, has GoFundMe up there. Fell into a little bit of trouble. Click on the link and support if you can. Peter, thank you so much for the super chat. Says trade for Andy Dalton or sign Cooper Rush, but also cut Brady Cook. I would say I don't want to see Brady Cook on the field at all for the New York Jets. I'm cool with trading for Andy Dalton because I don't think it's going to cost a whole lot. You guys tell me if I'm wrong on this, because the way I'm envisioning our backup quarterback is completely contingent on what the Jets' game plan is for quarterback in the draft. I do think we're going to have a second quarterback prior to the draft, so I don't think it's going to be like what did we do in the draft and then let's sign a guy, which I also would not hate if they decided to do that. I think if the Jets are going to go for someone like Ty Simpson, whether that's at pick 16, a trade up from 33, or at pick 33, then I think we're going to go the route of Andy Dalton. And you're going to have that, Giants kind of quarterback room where you have your starter that's kind of doing his thing, and then Winston / Andy Dalton is now helping train the young quarterback on the sideline. Love that sort of situation. If the Jets are going with, like, say, a 3rd or 4th or 5th round quarterback swing, some high upside guy, then I would go the route of, like, Geno Smith as the starter. Let's make a trade for someone like Will Levis, who, let the two guys compete. Who cares? And then you have a gamble in the mid rounds that you're hoping to work with as well. And you're not necessarily grooming a young quarterback, but you're letting them all duke it out. Very high volatility. Could be a boom situation where the cream rises to the top or whatever. And then the volatility of, like, the floor is, like, the floor could come out and you're going to have a high draft pick in 27. So I could see one of two ways, and my backup quarterback would be contingent on the plan I have at quarterback in the draft. Bean, I'll throw it to you first. What are your thoughts on the backup quarterback, and if you have any feelings on Dalton or Rush?
Well, first I just lost it. Like, the fucking comments did a weird refresh thing on me. But NJ Lauren, I'm going to try to do it from memory, has a great comment. She said, I think Green Bean ate a chicken cocaine gummy.
Ooh.
Talking about the Jets going to the playoffs. chicken. Go
Chicken
cocaine. Yeah, anyway.
Interesting.
So here's the thing that I think a lot of us are forgetting, myself included. We have Bailey Zappi. Okay.
Do you think he's backup?
So-
Is that QB2 for us?
Why wouldn't he be?
God,
Because he's cheeks bean.
I guess.
Booty cheeks. That's short for.
Have you considered that he's booty cheeks, Green Bean?
No. Have the Jets considered that he's booty cheeks is the question. They're thinking, look at the deal we got on this guy.
How many
That's what they're
guys
thinking.
have the last name that starts with a Z? Not many.
Well,
He's got to be good.
That's right. Right. He's the only Z in the whole damn NFL. Other than what's the kicker that we want? Zvada. We're going to draft him.
I want smack.
Because
I want to
Dom
talk some
C
smack.
is wrong. Smack, yeah. Smack, Zvada, whoever, man. Just give me a fucking kicker. Dude, I'm going to lose my marbles when we draft a kicker.
It'll be
And I'm
probably
gonna
our
be
most
looking for
exciting
Dom.
draft pick if we pull the trigger
Oh
on a
my
freaking
God.
kicker. Like, we're going to sell so many of the Dom C shirts if that happens.
Oh, yeah, dude. I know. I want to wear one. That's probably what I'm going to wear to the draft party.
Just day 3 of, like, got
Yeah,
it.
I got to get one of those.
We sent one
have
to
to
Dom.
get one.
He's like, I got it yesterday.
Oh, yeah, he did. He got it.
I told him to put it on. He's like, it's upstairs. I was like, all right, fine. I see. I get how it is.
That's the best. But so Bailey Zappi, here's the thing. Doesn't Bailey Zappi look like Kevin O'Connell to you? Like, not like not his face, but like the kind of guy. He's like, he played for the Patriots. He's on the Jets. He sucks.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of
And
looks
he's
like
going to coach.
I feel like there's
He's
like
gonna
a
be an offensive coordinator.
stereotypical.
He's going to be an offensive coordinator. So, but thinking about that, wouldn't he be the right guy to keep around?
When I
can
look
hold
at
the
Bailey
clipboard.
Zappi, I feel like this is like high school quarterback casted guy. Like,
Yeah.
like just kind of like could either play the good guy, could either play the bad guy, like the douchey quarterback or whatever. Like, he just seems like the guy you'd cast in that role. I don't know a crazy ton about Bailey Zappi. Like, I don't know if he's got like the acumen that like you see in say like Josh
Let's
McCown becoming a
dissect this
coach.
guy.
We're about to dissect Bailey Zappi. Like, this dude may never
Does he
take
pass the eye test, Green Bean, for the looks?
Oh, he's a good-looking guy. Yeah. Well, for a backup, yes. If he's my, I don't know. He might have starter face.
Okay. Hold on. This completely changes the formula.
Wait,
Might have to-
are
we
we
might
even
have to take
drafting
out
a
the
quarterback now? Is this our answer? He's
6'1".
26.
He's 6'1", 215 pounds. He didn't play in 25. Is this accurate?
We're slappy for Zappy.
This is correct.
Slappy for Zappy. Oh, come on. This is good. We can't miss an opportunity like that. Are you fucking kidding me?
In a year.
Dude, if he ended up starting for us, oh, dude, Slappy for Zappy. Oh, my God.
This looks like a guy who 10 years from now, you're like, remember when this guy started 3 games for the Jets?
God, that list is absurdly long of like
Right.
obscure
He's got Luke
quarterback
Falk
names.
face.
Oh God, it's so good. All right, well, I can't, dude. Fucking Pro Football Reference. Does it do a verification thing for you guys now? Every time you try to log into it,
Yeah.
Does it
what
really?
is that? What are they doing? I don't like it. All right, so Bailey Zappi didn't play football last year. Does anybody know why?
He was on a
Oh,
practice
yeah,
squad,
got
I
to.
believe. The Browns?
No, he would at least be. No, it would
Yeah.
list it.
He's listed on the Chiefs and then the Browns. So he was on the
For
offseason.
25?
He was on the practice squad for the Chiefs at one point in 25.
If he
and
didn't
then he was
throw
on the
any
Browns.
passes, you're not going to see his stats pop up.
Yeah.
All right.
Stats don't happen for
Well-
players that don't play.
Well, his last year of any consequence, he threw 16 passes in 2024. This guy has Kevin O'Connell all over.
So he was on the Chiefs and Browns in 2024 and the Chiefs and Browns in 2025. It's pretty funny.
It doesn't say that on Pro Football Reference.
No, go to his Wikipedia. His Wikipedia has Patriots 22 and 23, and
There
then
might be wrong.
Chiefs
Pro
practice
Football
squad.
Reference is a name I know and trust.
Wikipedia could be.
It's not
edited.
going to show if he didn't throw any passes, Greavy.
Yeah, it does though. It'll say that.
That's not how that works. I think he has to start a
love
game.
this show.
Like I think he has to like play a snap. Like he probably did not play at all. Like even if he handed the
No
ball
way,
off, it would
dude.
probably
I've
still
seen
show.
guys and it said 0. I've seen guys if they're on if they're rostered. All right, well, fucking.
I'm not gonna.
Wikipedia.
I'm not gonna fight you on it, but
Yeah, right. I don't want to fight either, right? I mean, but I'm just saying, I've
wrong.
seen. I don't want to fight you on how wrong you are right now, B.
However, but
Matt, what are your thoughts on the backup quarterback?
I would like Andy Dalton for a 7th round pick. I would good on that.
Yep.
You have $1 million day 3 picks. I'll forego drafting Jalen Key, and we could trade for the backup quarterback in Andy Dalton. As much as I would love Jalen Key on this team, I just think Dalton, he's the perfect guy for if Geno, God forbid, gets hurt and has to miss 3 games. I trust Andy Dalton to come in and be a normal player for 3 games. That's the bar. Can you be normal? Like, we don't have to completely reinvent the offense, right? Will Levis scares me a little bit. The mayonnaise and the coffee is one thing.
Super weird.
He also just seems like
No,
a
mayonnaise-
reclamation project.
Yeah,
It's
mayonnaise
and
in the coffee. Those people are fucking freaks. And let me tell you something. I have a buddy. They put butter in their coffee. These guys.
I've heard that. I've heard
I've
butter
heard
in
of that.
coffee.
I'd rather butter than mayonnaise. I can tell you that
Yeah,
much.
mayonnaise is like once you're like, the butter's just not retarded enough for me. I need to step this up.
I don't think you're allowed to say that, creepy.
Whatever. I tell you what, I got into a fucking 3-month DM onslaught because I said that word. They reported me to the fucking foundation of fucking mentally impaired whatevers. Like in the national, they reported me. I was like, okay, man, I'll let you know what they say.
Oh,
Yeah. So anyway,
Steer this ship right
Whatever.
back. All right, next super chat question. Hustler
Yeah.
mindset.
hey, everybody's so
E-book-
scared. Hey, no, let's talk about this.
Hold on, give me a second.
please hold.
E-Boogie says, hell yeah, Green Bean, freeze Matt. So this was in relation to something different, but
See?
he's
knows,
talking about getting
E-Boogie's-
excited for the playoffs. He's excited for the
Yeah, I
playoffs.
know.
Say no less.
Yeah. Right.
just I got-
See,
I
he
gotta
likes
give
what
credit.
I said.
He likes what Green Bean said. People are gonna be rewatching this thinking E-Boogie's a real jackwagon.
Yeah,
Oh.
no, he wrote that right after the playoff comment. That's where it was.
Hustler
right.
comes in, says, if we draft Reese, how would you guys like to see him used? Because as a pure edge, I like Bailey type a lot better. The linebacker class is stacked anyway. I think Reese is the pick. I'm totally 100% down with Reese. The only other player that I would really want is Styles at number 2. I'm good without going, Bailey. I think for me, the fear of him maybe being like a 2-down player or, foregoing kind of a unicorn potential prospect in Reese. Like in my mind, I see Reese as like an elite off-ball linebacker as his floor. I think he could be a very, very good edge rusher. I actually have a Do I have it pulled up? I do have it pulled up. We can listen to this. If you guys watched, man, I love Kay Adams. She's amazing and a saint and gorgeous. But
And I like her butt.
and great butt, fantastic butt,
Got the smartest,
The
boobs
best
in
butt.
the whole business.
smartest butt in the world. Okay, so we've got this is a comment from. Let me see. Do I
Billy.
have? I just want to make sure I can. Do I have the audio? Include desktop system. All right, cool. So this is Joel Klatt. I'm a big fan of Klatt's, and like him being able to like say this about Arvell Reese is very, very exciting for me.
But I don't want to forget about Arvell Reese because you have him going too, right?
Yep.
To the Jets. What's like the one thing you need me to know about him, and is there any comp to an NFL level?
Yeah, he's a more. I know this is also going to get me in trouble. He is a longer, more physical
Penis.
Micah Parsons.
Wow.
And he's just scratching the surface. So Arvell just started for 1 year at Ohio State. And during that year, he just scratched the surface of playing on the edge. So he was an off-the-ball linebacker, and then he became kind of a hybrid off-the-ball, on-the-ball type of player on the edge. And so he can do all the things from a versatility standpoint that Micah can do, and yet he's just scratching the surface, and he's bigger than Micah, and he's longer than Micah. Now, I think that for him, his next step in maturation is becoming like a great first step pass rusher, and I think that he can do that because he's incredibly explosive. But Arvell is the type of guy that can have a Micah Parsons impact. I think he can be at some point in his career in the discussion for Defensive Player of the Year because of that. The way that he can play in space, off the ball, on the ball, and impact the game, I think is pretty special.
Did we just not see his full potential last season?
No, because he's so inexperienced.
Scratching the surface. He's
for
fucking said it
quarterbacks,
3 times.
Inexperience is a huge red flag because you've got to have it to succeed.
Right.
These other positions, like a position like what Arvell is playing, inexperience is actually a green flag because you're like, whoa. There's so much more upside there that you can capture with a guy like Arvell Reese. So he's going to continue to get better. He's just scratching the surface, and I think he's going to be a great player.
Yep. Scratch that surface, Joel Klatt.
I love it. Scratch it all day. Kay Adams, come
Scratch
on over here
the
so I can scratch
surface.
your surface. Woof.
I want to scratch your surface.
Baby. JJ wants to let us know that he puts breast milk in his coffee. I put your mom's boob in my
Jesus
coffee, baby.
Christ.
JJ.
JJ.
Breast milk, very sweet.
Mom.
Actually, probably pretty good, I'll be honest. Like, definitely better than fucking mayonnaise.
I put your mom's boob in my coffee. Is that what you fucking
I
said?
said I put your mom's boob in my coffee.
What the fuck, man?
That was
Come on.
instantaneous. That was fucking fantastic.
Holy shit.
Teed up. JJ also
So
says Reese is the best player in the draft. I'll tell you what, if I could draft someone number 1, it'd be your mom. Ugh.
That's right. Yeah. And her fat
Oh
tits.
God, her and her breast milk. Okay, where were we on this? Reese, Edge. How would you guys play him? God, I'm all over the place on this. Okay, I like Reese. How would I play him? Fucking anywhere, absolutely anywhere around the ball. Get after the quarterback. Go hit the shit out of a running back. Like, I don't care. Play him wherever. And as far as the linebacker class being stacked, I don't think it necessarily precludes the Jets from going linebacker. I think you could, pick and choose. I think our free agency class and drafting, let's say, Reese at 2 allows you to still continue to go best player available at each spot throughout the rest of the first 2 rounds. And then in the back half of the draft, maybe there's guys that you really like that have like crazy high upside that maybe had an injury or maybe had character concerns or something. Like, green light, bring them in, let's see what happens, and then you just kind of see what happens. But I think the Jets will add another linebacker in addition to Reese at some point throughout the draft. Matt, your thoughts on Reese and how would you deploy him?
I'm still recovering from this.
I know. How the hell did you even say all that?
With a straight face.
What's he talking about, Matt?
What excites me about Arvell Reese is even if you're like, I don't know if he could be an every down edge player. Okay, because you just signed 2 guys and you have Will McDonald. That's fine. However, what about on early downs, him at inside linebacker next to Demario Davis, and then on third downs, he's kind of kicked out, over the edge. Why not? Why not both? Right? I think Reese is the best option for the Jets because of his versatility. And that's not to say like if they took any of these other names at the top of the draft that I wouldn't understand the logic behind it. Like I could get a Bailey pick. I can get a Sonny Styles pick. I can get there's even still some Ruben Bain love still going on. But for Arvell, I just think he's a perfect fit for what the Jets need on this defense.
Yeah.
Well said. Bean, your thoughts on Reese or JJ's mom?
Well, JJ's mom has long been a a barista of choice by many.
I'm sure she's putting plenty of mayonnaise in her coffee. God damn it.
Fucking mayo, breast milk, all that shit. Anyway, sorry, JJ. I do want to say, like, you guys know Peter, the link up there for Peter. That's Peter S, man. So he's been in here every stream for years, and he's down and out. He hit some bad luck. So if you guys, you want to help out one of our own, that link is at the top of the chat. Just so you know, it's not just some fucking rando named Peter. It's like that's Peter. It's the Peter, everybody.
From the beautiful Hudson Valley.
Peter, yeah, Hudson Valley, man. So anyway, I think Arvell Reese is the pick. So look, I've watched a lot of breakdowns from others from him too, like in the past, maybe a little over a week. And he's just like Matt was just saying, like, I think he's perfect for what they're trying to do here. And he's like Joel Klatt said,
just scratching the surface
times. He's just scratching the surface. And that's actually a green flag where Arvell Reese is concerned. Because Aaron Glenn, I don't know if you guys know this, but he has a superpower. And finding the way to use Arvell Reese falls right into that. So you don't want somebody who's already established. You want somebody who Aaron Glenn can superize with his fucking powers. And I think it's going to be a good fit, man. I'm excited about it. I think if they don't and they took Sonny Styles, I'm going to be just as excited to be truthful. But I'm really curious what we do after that. Like with the next, this first round excites me in a way that I haven't been in a while. Like there's so many options and variables and potentials because, I get what 22 was the last time we had with the
sauce.
That was the last time we had multiple firsts, right?
Yeah, 22.
Yeah. So okay. So
and then 21 we had it also with Zach and AVT.
So it just feels like a longer time to me. It feels like 5 years. And it really has been fucking 5 years.
The amount of time that went from like, remember that night, Green Bean? I don't remember if Matt was on with us, but it was like you, me, Dom, and I think Jeremy watching the NFL honors, and we got offensive rookie of the year, defensive rookie of the year. Too. Oh my god! And then like,
dude, we saw
Revis and _𝐶𝐞𝐞 get like announced as going into the hall, and then we like know Rodgers is coming. Like that feels like a decade ago at this point,
dude. And we got the Hall of Fame game that year. It was like the whole shift was like, let's all look at fucking Florham Park. This is the hub of the NFL. Dude, it feels like I was 30. It feels like 20 years ago to me.
Insane.
Like, I don't know.
Insane.
That's what I was just like reconciling. I'm like, well, this is really exciting because we haven't had it. That was fucking 2 years ago or 3, whatever it is. It's like,
it's not that long ago in the grand
Not that long ago.
It's half a decade.
4.
Almost. 4 is almost.
Yeah.
Four is
Think
almost
about it. You're not even at 5 years, dude. I mean, it just felt like, I mean, think of what we've traversed, dude. Like Achilles and fucking Devontae Adams trade and like all the stuff. Tyron Smith. Fucking bullshit, man. Firing everybody mid-season, and then Jeff Ulbricht, and then the fucking the Madden ratings being our GM, and just all the stuff. Saleh taking hostages, everybody's cell phone. Remember that story?
The best thing that could happen to our Jets is like they develop an AI GM, and it's just like we get it before everyone else, and we're able to like make the right.
Yeah. So like, oh, by the way, we've been paying this guy Darren Muji just so we can have a human in there because we're uncomfortable not, but he doesn't do anything. We have an
I really liked what Muji's done so far. He might be an AI.
It's been perfect.
Like Muji's a great name for an AI.
Right. There is no human being named Darren Muji. There's an AI and an avatar named Darren Muji.
Has anyone even seen Darren Muji in person? I don't think it's real.
No one.
Those are AI videos at the combine.
The guy who played quarterback in the NFL as Darren Muji for 15 minutes died in a car wreck 15 years ago.
They replaced him with Paul McCartney.
Is a computer. It's right. That's exactly where I was going. Thank you. That's where I was going. Paul is dead. Yeah. Because like, why wouldn't you do that? Did you see that in Arizona? They did that whole thing with the at the state legislature. AI wrote a bill.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
And
it's like,
well, it happened. No, it already happened, and they all voted on it. And when they were done, because they all got a chance to look at it and dissect it, and they voted on it. They all loved it. Fucking bipartisan beauty. And they said, oh, yeah, by the way, that was written by AI.
Oh, crap.
Dude, what does AI really need us for? So,
dude,
like, here's the thing.
I saw an AI article that was a real weird tangent, but just like, it's like new startup, rent a human. AI can, like, I didn't fact check this, so I don't know if this is actually true, but rent a human for tasks that AI can't do itself. It's like, that's bonkers. It's kind of like Upwork and like that sort of stuff.
Well, like but who put that out? So
I don't know. Look up Rent a Human and like,
no,
it might be total bullshit.
I don't want to Google that.
That is terrifying.
Rent a Human. I want to get it. I want to be on there.
There was like 600,000 signups apparently in like the first like day or two.
AI can't fucking breast milk your coffee. I can.
Yeah, see, boop. So, hold on. Relevant comment, by the way. JJ says, my mom is 89, you sick bastards. I'm thinking more like Margot Robbie. You're telling me she's seasoned, experienced, and doesn't have teeth. Sorry, JJ. I'm unhinged tonight.
It's all Ryan. My mom is 89, you sick bastards. I was thinking more like Margot Robbie. Oh, were you? Yeah, we went right. We went right to your mom. I put your mom's boob in my coffee.
Oh my god!
Holy shit, man, that's good. Fucking Ryan is a little bit loose. He's a loose cannon tonight, man.
I'm just unhinged. I don't know what happened. Oh, jeez. Got me on a tangent.
It's the Justin Fields trade did it for you. That's
I'm slappy for zappy.
Not one super chat brought up the fact that we actually fucking got capital for it.
Okay, before we get to another super chat, let's at least bring up the Geno. There's a few Geno comments in here. So we got JJ did say, I wake up in a cold sweat each night saying, oh God, Geno again. I will not make a comment about your mom right now. I'm sorry. And then Tommy also says, Green Bean is right. Geno will go full Testaverde at age 35 and will go to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Can we please draft a wide receiver, though? Fields had no one to throw to. Fields had a very hard time hitting the side of a barn. I agree that we need
Fields
a second
had no
receiver.
one to throw to? What are you talking about?
Wait. What are we doing now? We're doing apologist for...
Who said that? Who
this
was
is
that
Tommy.
again?
Tommy D. Tom D.
Look, this super chat started off so strong, didn't it? Look how strong it is.
First
Green
two
Bean
sentences
is
are
right.
great.
It's fucking fantastic. And then
The
Tommy
last
fucking
sentence just
takes
kind of
a left.
pulled the rug out.
He takes a left turn. You can't associate me being right with Justin Fields not having anybody to throw to, man. We can't connect those two ideas. So don't you remember that, like, what it was game 2 or whatever. Justin Fields was overthrowing Garrett Wilson, wide open Garrett Wilson. He was doing the Zach Wilson experience, like 10 yards above his head.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't remember that?
It was bad. It was real bad.
It was bad.
This was a guy that had like a net, what was it, negative yards? Was it net negative or was it net like 30? It was like something stupid.
Yeah, like there's no way, dude. Like, look, we've seen some fucking bad quarterback play, man. Bubby Brister and all that kind of shit. Justin Fields was worse than Luke Falk, statistically.
I don't know if he was worse than Brady Cook, though. Brady Cook was really bad.
No.
Brady Cook and Dylan
really
Gabriel
rough.
might be the two worst quarterbacks I may have ever seen. And they didn't even play each other.
I love it that all season we heard all those people, let Brady cook.
It's just because of his last fucking name. That's what it is.
I had someone in my Instagram comments this week saying that Brady Cook didn't get a fair shake. This week.
I want to launch that person into the sun. That is absurd.
Guys, come on.
If Brady cooks, then let Tim boil or whatever the fuck that thing we were doing last year, 2 years ago was. I'm so over the boiling water puns.
I know, the boiling cooks. I'm sick of it.
Boiling cooks. But as far let's steer it back to like the Geno conversation real quick, and then we'll get back into the super chat. So we got Mutt Viles in there, Jack, and I'll keep going down the list. So we got a few in here. But the Jets trade for Geno Smith. They give up, a late round pick, they get a late round pick swap, and then the Raiders eat a ton of the contract. Jets are paying Geno like $3.3 million this year. Then we go and trade Justin Fields, who all of us have written off as a June 1st cut. We effectively save, like, the Chiefs are paying, what is it, $7 million for Fields, which effectively gets us Geno Smith for nothing. Because of like the pick swap that happened and because of the money that's being offset, we're effectively getting Geno Smith for nothing. Just absolutely great trading by Darren Muji, the AI GM that we have.
That's right. I'm convinced. Dude, imagine we found that out, though. Like that, like in a couple months, fucking Rossini puts an article out and goes, Muji was busted using Claude to ask him what trades to make.
Honestly, it would be the smartest move we've ever made. Ever
I'm in.
Bar none.
Who cares? Like, we don't care. Like, that's the thing. People say that we're a tough fan base and everything. Dude, fuck you, man. All we want is 1 point wins. Like, that's all we just give us some victories and we'll be the most. We don't even care. If they said, look, we're going to change our colors to pink and we're all going to have tinsel hanging out of our face masks, we'd be like, okay, did
are
they
we
win?
going to win? Sure.
Yeah.
I'm in. Why
Dude,
not?
We would all have pink jerseys in a matter of 2 weeks. All of us.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm on board. Matt, what were your thoughts on the Fields trade?
I was absolutely shocked that they got anything for Justin Fields and that they saved money on it too, right? They're paying 7 of the 10 million, but the Chiefs are picking up the other 3. So they would have had to eat 10 million if they post June 1 cut him. Now they only have to eat 7 and they get a future draft pick for him. Double win.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Mutt Viles comes in and says,
it's amazing.
Good evening, boys. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Do you believe the Manning family would manipulate the draft again, this time for Arch not to go to the Jets? I think they're going to continue to say, no, we're not going to do anything. We're going to do the right thing. We're going to do the right thing. And then if there's a situation where the Jets have the number 1 overall pick, they could then make that decision, Arch is going to go back to school. Or, we don't want to go to the Jets or something like that. Something could happen. If that were to happen, the Jets would get an absolute haul for that number 1 pick. And then you just have to draft someone else. And it sucks. But if the guy says he doesn't want to play here, I don't know how much I'd really want to draft him. Like, even if he is like a really good player. Matt, what are your thoughts on if the Jets wound up with the number 1 pick? What would Arch do? And if the situation came up where he didn't want to play here, what would your feelings kind of be on it?
I would say, what, you want to go to Arizona then with their great owner, or like what are your choices here? You're gonna go to Cleveland, who needs a quarterback? Like, the teams that need a quarterback usually suck for a reason, because they don't have a quarterback. So like, there's only so much that he could do. However, I think you got to look at the situation, right? That the Jets are going to be in a year from now. I think we're going to like the state of the offensive line. I think we're going to like the wide receiver room by that point. And you could look at it and go, hey, like, this is actually a pretty decent landing spot for a young quarterback. And I hope that's enough to sell someone like Arch Manning or whoever else on in the NFL draft.
Greemy, what are your thoughts on if Arch comes out and either doesn't want to go to the Jets, or like, what would your feelings be? Like, do you think the Manning family will allow him to go here, or is there some more Manning draft stuff at play?
Well, I am as conspiratorial as most. Okay, like I'm into it. Like, what's really going on? I think it all depends on what the team looks like. I don't think it's the team overall. Like, if you look at our team, especially if we end up, let's say this year we draft in the first round Arvell Reese, Vega, one of the wide receivers, and whoever, right? And our offensive line is done. And you got fucking Garrett Wilson, A.D. Mitchell, fucking another stud wide receiver. You got Breece Hall, Braylon Allen, Isaiah Davis. We re-signed Nwangu, which is fantastic news, by the way. Very underrated, very important re-sign. I wish it was more than 1 year, but whatever. And a quarterback's coming into that, and we just happen to suck. And like, so they fucking fire Aaron Glenn and they elevate Frank Reich, or they bring in Tomlin, or whatever it is. You look at that and you're like, all right, dude, this team is not it's not like you're coming into an abysmal situation. Historically, yeah. So I think it all depends on the situation that the kid's actually going to be in. That would be more concerning for them. Not like, we don't want him to go to the Jets. Because don't forget, Peyton Manning had no problem coming to the Jets in 1997. He actually wanted to be in New York. He wanted to be the biggest star on the biggest stage, the number one overall pick, the whole thing. And we kind of blew that. So, I don't know. I don't see it. But I think you're right, though, Ryan. It doesn't matter what they say now. Why would they say anything now to overturn the apple cart or diminish or make stories? They say, no, you play the good boy. Mm-hmm. And you ride it, and if there's a situation that needs to be addressed, you address it. Why make shit up like everybody likes to do? You know what I mean? So I think they're playing it smartly, but I think if we had the number one pick just because Aaron Glenn sucks or whatever it might be, or Geno sucks and Bailey Zappi just comes in and he can't do it, and he's on the Kevin O'Connell track to offensive coordinating, then the team still looks good for a quarterback to land in. You know what I mean? And we got three fucking firsts on top of it.
I think the conversation I would pivot to having in the situation where we had the first pick and he didn't want to come here, I would be looking for established, bona fide franchise quarterbacks that could, in theory, be moved, as opposed to trading down to get another rookie. Because this team, after this year, could be very well set to like start making some noise. Yeah. If it had a legit quarterback, and the rookie might take a year or two, which is fine. Like, I'm fine with going the young quarterback route. But like, if you have that incredibly valuable trade chip, let's say there's a situation where maybe Justin Herbert becomes available, and now Arch is going out to LA, and we get Herbert in a trade, and like, whatever. Like, his contract's not unbearable, and he's still only 28 years old. He'll be 29 in 2027. But just a thought, if something were to happen, I don't hate the options you could have because of the caliber of player he's perceived to be. Jack comes in here, says, let's go 9-8 and have a top 5 pick from the Colts, sucking, because you know what? We deserve it. We absolutely deserve it. I want to see some winning football. I would love to get a positive record. It'd be great to make the playoffs, but just seeing, like, I want to enjoy my week in and week out. I hate watching Jet football and just being fucking miserable. Like, at least if I'm entertained, even if we lose 44-48 and we got to see a ton of scoring because the Jets are like, the offense is just coming alive. Like, I'm green lit on that. Like, absolutely. Just entertain me. And then if we can get wins, even better. Matt, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think we should all be united rooting for the Colts to tank, and for whatever happens to the Jets happens to the Jets.
I'm even, like Boss Girl said, why not Dallas too?
Yeah.
We're Green Bay.
All of them.
Yeah.
All of them tank.
Just going to be like, I'm not hoping for Achilles, but like, I'm hoping for like maybe just horrible quarterback play. Terrible situation comes around. And they're totally healthy, but for whatever reason, they can't play football anymore. And they start throwing with their left hands instead of their right hands and, you know, all that good stuff.
Right, but they're not telling anybody before it happens every week. They're like, no, I promise I'm going to go back to my right hand. And they just keep fucking doing it.
Let's see where we got to Tommy's comment about Testaverde, JJ's mom. Marvin Guns, this is a good super chat here. How highly touted was Vernon Golston as a draft prospect back in, what was it, 2006, I think, is when that, or 2007, I think. It might have been 7. 8. Okay. And how did he turn out to be such a bust? Now, I don't remember the exact pick. Was it pick 5, 6, or 7? It was somewhere in there. And I remember McFadden going just before him. I remember being like, oh, this guy's going to be good. But I don't remember the level of, like, excitement the same way that someone like Reese plays with. And it might just be because, like, defenses were just kind of different. We're talking 20 years apart now at this time. Bean, you probably have a little bit better recollection than Matt or I during the lead up to that draft process.
Well, let me tell you.
I'm not saying you're old, just saying that you probably got more insight than Matt and I.
Like, hey, old man, you remember that old shit that this fucking guy is talking about? He was highly touted. A matter of fact, here's how it broke down. Do you remember it was the offensive lineman, Jake Long?
Yep.
Who was coming out. He was touted as arguably the best offensive tackle prospect in a generation.
Like since Orlando Pace or whatever.
Yeah. He had given up 1 sack his entire career in college. You know who beat him?
Vernon Golston.
Vernon Golston. Vernon Golston, you should show a picture of his body.
Oh, he's a freak. He's an absolute freak.
Dude. Now, there was a rub with Vernon Golston, though. The rub was that if it's like kind of not quite as bad as Copel's, but there were concerns about his desire to play football. Now, yeah, look at his arms. You got to get one with like his shirt off or some type of shit.
His arms are popping off out of his skin.
Yeah. Look at this.
This was like LaRon Landry level, like yoked.
Yeah. Look at him. And he was what, 6'4"?
I don't know. Let me see. He was 6'3", 264.
Think about that.
He's still only 39. Like, there's a world where, like,
yeah, where he was gone in 4 years, dude.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, I mean, it's interesting because the Jets actually wanted to trade up. You know who we wanted? We wanted Howie Long's kid. I think that was the draft where we wanted. Yes. He went like 3rd.
Yeah. He went to the Bears, I think, right? Is that where he ended up?
Oh, St. Louis Rams.
Right, but we wanted to trade up for him. I think was how it went. I could be smearing a little bit together, but we ended up taking Vernon Golston, and there were concerns, but he was the obvious choice at the scene. Like, you can't pass it up. Like, yes, there are concerns, but Mangini was our coach. He's a good defensive mind, like, you know, all that kind of stuff. Then we fired Mangini, And remember, Rex was like, "Oh, give me that guy. I'll get the best. I'll fucking." And remember, that was famously in Hard Knocks. He was sending that swing tackle animal that we had. Remember that guy? He said, "Go, hey, come here, over there and start a fight with number whatever 56, whatever this fucking number." And they wanted to get Vernon Golston mad, so he would play harder, and it didn't work. The guy ended up just beating him up. But he's like, "Please don't hurt me." He was such a pussy, this guy. But you look at that, like, dude, there are guys working their ass off with like half of the physical traits this guy had. And they, you know what I mean? They're working to try to be half of what that guy is. And it's like, yeah, so he was very highly regarded. Like, we didn't take him at the 6th overall pick. It wasn't considered a reach by any means.
Benji comes in. Benji says, did you guys see Reese versus Bailey debate between Sabo and Frankie V? Definitely convinced me Reese is the better pick. I haven't seen like any going back and forth between them, but I do know Sabo's been highly on Reese, and I know Frankie V's been highly on Bailey. I land on the Reese side of things. So I guess I would take Sabo's side on this, but Matt, any thoughts one way or the other on the differentiating factors on Reese Bailey?
I'm on the Reese side as well. I think if you're on the Bailey side, it's just like you want to go with the proven production. Be like, hey, this guy had X amount of sacks last year. I think that's going to translate. Well, Vernon Golston, who we were just talking about, he had like 14 sacks his last year in college. So it doesn't always work that way. I don't dislike David Bailey as a prospect. I just happen to like Arvell Reese a little bit more. So I'm on that train.
Bean, any thoughts on the Reese Bailey debate at all?
Yep. Well, I'm on the Reese side too, and I like David Bailey. But the thing is I think Sabo nailed it in his discussions when comparing the two. That Reese, I think, and this is, you guys have heard me complain about this for years. Reese is the guy that will take on the block. Bailey's the guy that tries to get around him and make the play, but effectively taking himself out of the play anyway. So they've both taken themselves out of the play. One did their job, even though nobody's ever going to talk about it. The other one still tried to get the glory and all. So that's considered a big difference. And it's like, it's one of those things like, I don't know if you guys have ever trained a dog or had a dog trained. Oh, yeah. Something called temperament, right? So you can train a dog to do anything. You can train a dog not to do anything, but you cannot change their temperament. So like once they figure out like this dog bites, like you're always going to have a problem. You can do better. But this dog is always going to be in danger of biting. So there's a thing with temperament. So like you can train guys, you can develop them and everything. But if they're a fucking block ducker or a block taker honor, I know those are the official terms, right?
Science.
That's like temperament. There's like the way someone's made up. Like Bart Scott happily fucking full speed ran into the pulling guard. Not everybody's doing that. There's like a little screw loose. You know what I mean? And Bailey doesn't have that. Now, it doesn't mean he's going to be suck or anything like that. He could still be a great player. But I like how Sabo focused on that because it's what I see as well. You know what I mean? I like Reese. I think Reese is a blue collar, closer to blue collar. And he's so young, man. So, like, he's got that temperament. So when, like the guy was talking about, you're just scratching the surface. This guy.
He's a lunch pail guy.
A lunch pail guy. Right.
Where are we? Sam comes in. Guys, thoughts on signing Juwan Jennings? Looks like a buyer's market. Last year, he played in 15 games, had 643 yards, 9 touchdowns. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it. I think we should add a receiver. And I don't know what Do they have what his projected value? I can't imagine it's going to be a whole heck of a lot. I like the day 2 swing or like tier 2, tier 3 swings, and I think that's kind of where we're at this point. Would he choose us over another team? Like, I don't know. I feel like I could see him going to Tennessee. He went to college in Tennessee, so maybe he follows Salah over to.
But they just paid Wan'Dale Robinson.
That's true. I guess it depends how much they're looking to pay and what he's looking to get. Let me just see. I'm curious.
Like on Spot Track, he's projected a $22 million a year contract. I don't know if he's going to get that at this point.
No, I don't think he is either. That seems really high.
And I wouldn't want to go that high personally.
Neither would I.
If it was like 15 million, I think that's probably a different story, but it depends. My answer would be it depends on what the market is.
Yeah, 1 year 15 is about as high as I feel like I'd want to go. I wouldn't necessarily care if we sign him to multiple years. But I feel like if we were doing a prove it deal, there's probably better situations than Geno Smith in New York on a prove it deal. I don't know. Bean, any thoughts on Jennings?
No, only because I haven't. I mean, I think I don't know. I'd have to look at some stuff. What'd you say his projected?
So
21?
his projected contract was $22 million a year. Last year, so he's 28 years old. He'll be 29 at the start of the season. He had 643 yards and 9 touchdowns last year in 15 games. So figure in a more highlighted role, maybe, he still had 90 targets. He had a ton of targets.
Yeah, it's because everybody was what was 𝐒𝐿𝐾 and
𝐒𝐿𝐾 wasn't playing, right? And they lost Debo.
Right.
Was Debo's first year out of San Francisco last year? I think it was. I don't know. I'm open to it, but like Matt said, depends on the price.
Yeah.
Born comes in. Says, what are the odds of Glenn and Dunbar being able to coach up Reese to transition from linebacker to edge in order to be worth the number 2 pick? I think it's a combo of it. I don't think he has to necessarily go full-time edge. We were talking about this earlier. You could play him all over the defense, and wherever he's going to shine right now, maybe that's where you let him shine. You give him his opportunities at edge, but there's no reason that you can't feel like this was a successful draft pick if he's playing well at on the defense overall. Do I think they can coach him up? Sure. I like that Dunbar's here for sure.
Yeah.
Matt, any thoughts on coaching him up?
Yeah, I think you got to feel confident, right? I think Dunbar is one of the best defensive line coaches. So how you converting him to edge, I think he would be someone who could do it, right? So I don't know how you wouldn't be confident in it.
Bean, what about you? Confident in our coaching up of Arvell Reese?
Yes, I am. I think right. Like you said, Dunbar is the perfect coach to have here for that. He was like, it's a funny thing because we love to bitch and complain, but we don't really, we don't give enough credit sometimes. And this was one of those signings that I thought we didn't give enough credit. I was like, well, he did a good job for us before. He was our coach for a few years back with Rex, and that was one of the bummers about when we got rid of Rex. It was like, well, this guy's going, So anyway, yeah, I feel pretty good. And look, dude, guys, I don't know why we're just disregarding the fact that Aaron Glenn has fucking superpowers. Like we all just want to skirt this issue, and I think we shouldn't be talking about Dunbar. We're talking about Aaron Glenn.
That is superpower.
How
many coaches have that?
Some of the best stuff we've done this offseason, I feel like, has been on the coaching side of things. I was so like a negative Nancy or Debbie Downer on the coaches I thought we were going to attract to this team, and I think we kind of hit it out of the park for where our like situation was kind of sitting. Like I feel pretty happy with the quarterback room with Musgrave and Reich over there. I feel pretty happy about defensive line coach, the linebacker coach, maybe a little less so with like, Duker as DC or whatever, but I like overall what we've what we've done. So I think there's a little more emphasis on the coaching that we could be excited about. Ryan comes in, says, Fields' most targeted receiver was the turf. Ooh, burn. Before we get to these next super chats, going over to a sponsor read. Matt, take us away.
Yeah, guys, you've heard us talk about it. Mando sponsors the show. Mando starter pack is perfect for new customers. Comes with the solid stick deodorant, the cream tube deodorant, and 2 free products of your choice, like the mini body wash and deodorant wipes, plus free shipping. My bourbon leather body wash is my go-to in my shower every single day. I also happen to like the body spray. That also works in that same scent, the bourbon leather. That's my favorite that they have. The body spray is perfect for keeping you smelling fresh all throughout the day. You toss it in your gym bag and you're good to go. As a special offer, listeners, you have a 20% off plus free shipping code if you use code TalkinJets. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you from Talkin' Jets. Smell fresher, stay drier, and boost your confidence from head to toe with Mando.
You guys know it. Boom! Got the wipes right
there
off
it
the
is.
desk.
Thank you. I have them in my gym bag. I'm on my 3rd pack because I use them, right? The fucking deodorant wipes. And by the way, I know there are some other brands or anything, but I've never, like, I can't believe it's like, you know, when you realize like there's like a technology that comes out, you don't know how you lived without it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my God, the computer. Like, how did I ever get by without a computer? That's how I feel about the deodorant wipes. I'm like, dude, they're in my car at all times because I never know what I'm going to smell like and I never know where I'm going. Turns out I'm very ADD. I'm like, I don't know where I am. Let me at least fucking make sure my pits are okay. That's
Seriously.
what happens. I love them.
It's great. And they take up so little space, too. So if you guys want to help support the show, support the sponsors of the show, link in the description down below. Get yourself a little bit of a discount for helping us out as well. Jack comes in, wants to tell us about his mom. Says, usually I rewind and clip out wild shit the Green Bean says, but tonight it's Ryan. He's rolling. Just don't drag Miss Follinsby into it, please. Jack, I want you to know I would drag my nuts over a mile of broken glass just to let your mom piss on my toothbrush. Oh!
Hey,
Good
Jack,
God,
Jack, do you really have a collection of clips? If so, man, we need that shit.
He's probably timestamping all this crap below. Oh, this is going to be fun next week.
Oh, dude. Yeah, he's like, I did times. You guys never look at the timestamps? Sometimes.
Boys and girls, that reminds me.
Again.
Click that like button. For every 10 likes, we're going to pick a qualifier for the end of the stream. And if you guys can make it to the draft party and you want to go, we're giving away 2 tickets courtesy of our buddy, Matt. Vince, tell them about our giveaway.
Yeah, Vince of People Guess donated 2 tickets. So we'll be giving away 2 tickets. Drop a ticket emoji in the chat if you want to be entered. Green Beans have been keeping track of that as well. So all you got to do is if you're available and want to go, put a ticket emoji in the chat.
Yeah, if you've done it, just to make sure I didn't miss it, I'm keeping my eyes open, but it moves fast sometimes. So if you're interested, even if you've done it before, put it in the chat with the little ticket, the little ticket emoji, so I can put you on the list for that drawing. Yes.
Got JJ in the chat talking about Marty Dahmers. He was Jets quarterback in 1977. I don't know what his stats were with us, but through his seasons in the NFL, he was 27 touchdowns, 50 interceptions. Not great.
Good God.
Probably talking about the bad quarterback play, I think. That's probably where he's at.
That was before our time.
Just a little bit. It was before the Jets
Why
time.
is he bringing him up? What's he saying? He's just saying this guy
this is
sucked.
1977 he was our quarterback. Ooh, he and his family moved to Binghamton, New York. I lived up there for a little bit. Went to school. Binghamton. Ooh, go Bearcats. Oh, yeah. JJ says, F the Mannings, all of them. They gave us Gase. They gave us herpes. They gave us Drew Brees. What? And all that garbage.
That who gave us herpes?
I would take Drew Brees. I don't know what you're talking. I don't.
Herpes for
That
Drew
that part
Brees.
doesn't. I don't understand that. They gave us Drew Brees, and all that garbage. I want Gunnar Stockton. Talking about the Georgia quarterback for next year.
Do you know my favorite thing about Gunnar Stockton is?
His name. No, I don't know.
No, well, it is an all-time name. He drives a 1984 Ford F-150 to the game.
Have seen these pictures. It's awesome.
And like that's what I want my quarterback. Like he is a lunch pail to work kind of dude.
Who's this?
Gunnar Stockton.
Look up the truck he drives.
It's exactly what you'd want your quarterback to show up in. There's Gunnar Stockton truck. You Google it. It's a tan and brown.
Yeah,
beat up
that's the one.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. That's it.
I'll put it on the screen so people can see exactly what we're talking about.
That's what you want. He's like, you know what?
God damn it,
everybody
tiny
can
pictures.
suck it.
Leave these fucking tiny pictures out here. Where's this fucking? Is there really not like a good? Any good freaking
Someone
photos?
photoshopped an elephant in the
saw
back of the
that
pickup
one.
truck.
That's I'm assuming an
I saw
Alabama
that.
reference. God damn it! All these little pictures are fucking tiny. Give me a big picture of this damn truck. Tool size large. All right. Well, you guys get it.
Which is just so poetic, right? Because they previously had Carson Beck, who I feel like was like, oh, I'm going to cash in on the NIL. And it's like, nah, we're good with Gunnar Stockton in his 1984
Look at the
Ford
F-150. Does he have a what is that in his car? It's like
That's
a
a Heisman.
Sasquatch. Oh, it's a Heisman.
Oh, that's the
I'm looking. It looks like a Sasquatch.
He makes out with it before games. That's what I heard.
I
good
love
luck.
it.
For good luck.
Why not? Why not?
Touches the. Forget it.
Brian comes in, says, if Arch plays next year like he did this year, do you still want him? If he plays like how he ended the season, absolutely. I would take him first overall, no questions asked. And I think a lot of the early season games, like when you think back to how they played or how Texas played versus Ohio State, I mean, Ohio State was one of the best teams in the country last year. So I think there's some rationale for why he started off slow. But we got a whole year. I mean, this time last year, we were all talking about how Allar, Nussmeier, and Klubnik were going to be like some of the top guys in this draft class, and they're like day 2 picks right now. So I would be surprised if that's the conversation. Like if Arch is in the day 2 pick conversation, he'll probably go back to school for another year. But we just have to wait and see. Just wait and see. Matt, if Arch Manning plays like he did last year, would you draft him?
Yes. I think he improved as the year went on.
Mm-hmm.
So if he played like he did in the second half, yes.
Bean, would you want Arch Manning if he played like how he played last year?
Not if it's the first half of the year, but if it's the second half of the year.
Boom. Jake comes-
Listen, here's what's going to happen, man. We're drafting Ty Simpson. Fucking Geno Smith is taking us to the playoffs. Ty Simpson's the heir apparent. He's going to be sitting for a year and a half. And then we're going to it's like we're not even doing this. Next year, we get 2 wide receivers and a linebacker in the draft. It's going to be great with our 3 firsts.
I'm surprised we haven't talked any bit about the Waddle trade and what that kind of means potentially for the New York Jets. Like, obviously, the Dolphins' first round pick now becomes pretty glaring need at wide receiver. So that hurts the Jets at pick 16. We saw Daniel Jeremiah drop his mock today. He had the Jets going Omar Cooper Jr., but that was before the Dolphins even made their trade, I believe. So, that's the 4th quarterback off the board. But he had Ty Simpson falling out of the first round. Now, the Broncos were the team that traded for Waddle. The Broncos have the connection with Darren Muji. My whole thought process was like, if we're going to trade into the back of the first, that 30 pick is probably the spot that we're kind of talking about. But now that gets eliminated because the Dolphins aren't going to trade out for us, so we could get a franchise quarterback. And that means we're going to have to go up higher to then spend more money potentially on getting Ty Simpson if we want. But Daniel Jeremiah had Ty Simpson falling out of the first round. So he had, the Jets go Reese, Omar Cooper Jr., and then in theory, you just go Ty Simpson at 33. And the more and more I kind of look at this first round, I feel like that might happen. Like, you might be able to get Ty Simpson at 33. And at that point, I'm running the pick up. I'm totally fine with Ty Simpson at 33. I don't know how I kind of pivoted to that off the arch stuff, but I don't know. Matt, anything about the Waddle trade or any of the ramifications that might mean for the Jets and maybe Simpson potentially falling out of the first round?
I think if Simpson falls out of the first round, he's absolutely in play for them at pick number 33. And also on top of that, with the Waddle trade, the only thing, like, I don't think the Jets are making a trade where they're trading like Garrett Wilson, obviously, because that's what you're looking at is the type of return that they got. But I think you're looking at Miami and the Jets fighting it out for the last spot in the division. I don't think these two teams are really all that good. And I think we saw last year how Buffalo and New England have set themselves apart. And I think the Jets still have a long way to go before they get to that. Now, they have a draft with 4 picks in the top 50. That could obviously help. But I think it just shows the kind of the gap in the division right now between the top teams and the bottom teams.
Bean, your thoughts on the Waddle trade and maybe like if Ty Simpson were to crack out of that, first round?
Well, like I said, I think we were talking about it before. I don't know if it was before the show or at the beginning of the show. I love seeing the Dolphins get weaker, right? Mm-hmm. Now, like Matt was saying, the Patriots and the Bills are obviously better. They're the top of this fucking heap over here. But the Bills just fired their head coach. Now, we can say what we want about anything we want, but before him, they were dog shit. Right? So you can say whatever you want about anything. But that head coach came here. They've been a playoff contender since maybe his second year. Well, now they can't win the ring, and I get it. But they're hoping that Joe Brady is a good head coach. But we don't know what that is. We don't know what it is. So there's question marks there. Seeing the Miami Dolphins completely tear it down is good too. Like, I like not seeing Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle and all these guys. They still have Malik Washington, who I'm very high on, and started to really show some stuff last year. And they also, I think they have Terrace Marshall too. Don't they still have him? He kind of petered off, but I liked him a lot when he was first coming out and everything. But I think, they have a lot to do. They have a lot of work to do. And I think the Jets are poised by everybody. I think we're going to fucking be a blue collar. The old saying, he's got a puncher's chance.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So the Jets haven't been punchers in a long time. Even with Aaron Rodgers, we were kind of soft, right? Saleh was soft. I know we talk hey, is he doing all gas, no break down there in Tennessee? Is he doing that? Or did he realize that he sounds like a complete fucktard when he says that?
I don't know if that made its way to Nashville.
He changed it. He's like, we're going to say, go fast, not slow. Like, what is he saying? Like,
red light, green light, 1, 2, 3.
Because if he doesn't bring that with him, that is an admission of idiocy. You understand? Like, you can't be all gas, no break, and be a pussy. Okay? When Zach Wilson sucks and Mike White is standing on the sideline with his helmet on, you fucking put him in and you bench the guy who sucks. That's all gas, no break. When somebody says 3 false starts in a row, he sits down, you put the next kid. That's all gas, no break. So if he didn't bring that to Tennessee, then what we now know is that we endured not only suctitude, but we endured an experiment, which was dumb from the word go, and I knew it was dumb, and I tried everything I could to buy into it, but it sucked. So anyway, what are we talking about again?
It's all good. I think you hit the point.
What was I talking about? I had a closing statement. What was it, Matt?
You were talking about how McDermott and Joe Brady.
McDermott, right?
I can't land your plane, Green Bean. I don't know where you're going.
No, I don't know. I'm not asking you to land it. I'm asking you where the steering wheel is. Yeah, where's the steering wheel again? I got it. Just let me where it is. All right. So anyway, Bailey Zappi is the backup quarterback. I'm telling you guys, brace yourselves.
Jake comes in and says, anyone watching the World Baseball Classic want to see my team win? I'm not watching it. I apologize.
Nobody but you is watching that.
Apparently, the USA bats can't get going, but my guy Nolan McLean pitched all right, so I'm happy.
Matt's
about that.
watching it. All right.
I'm not. I'm following along on Twitter. I'm really the Islanders are in a playoff race, so that has priority to me over this tournament. But I feel like it's more popular for teams of fans not in the U.S. Like the Latin American countries. I feel like they take it very, very seriously.
Now, this is what? Baseball?
Baseball.
Yes. World Baseball Classic. So it's like Team USA versus like Dominican Republic, or I think they're playing Venezuela tonight.
All right. Well, that's good. I remember the Little League World Series. The first year it was big. That was great. We were playing Japan. I was in the bar Leggett's in Belmar. The entire bar. I never experienced. I imagine what it must be like to be like a Steelers fan or like a Bills fan when you walk in and like the entire city is like fans of the same team, like everybody in the place. That's how it was that day for those Little League fucking World Series kids.
That's cool.
Every TV was on the Little League World Series. I literally had somebody on my shoulders, some guy I just fucking met. Ah, USA! It was like the best day ever. I was like, oh, this must be what it's like. Like we go in anywhere. We have so many teams. Everybody hates each other. Like, shut up.
Yeah, we don't get that.
Anyway.
I mean, you got the two basketball teams, 2 baseball teams, 2 football teams,
3 hockey teams.
3 hockey teams. I mean, you can even say I think the strongest cohesion there is in like New York is the Knicks. Like, because I feel like
I would agree.
There's enough like New Jersey to the Nets that like even though they moved to Brooklyn, it just doesn't jive the same way.
Yeah.
Jake
I agree.
follows us up, Green Bean, and says, "Hey, Green Bean, what do you think about Sweat? We got a fatty.
We did get a fatty. It's about time, huh? Who said that?
This is Jake.
Benji? Oh, Jake. Yeah, see, that's the thing, man. Here's what I realized. If you yell the same exact sentence for 10 years at the Jets, they start to think like that. They go, all right, maybe we get somebody who's 360 fucking pounds. What have I been saying? 340 is the floor. If you want some, like, I don't care. Like, oh, yeah, but his first step and he's athletic and he can fucking twinkle toes. He's a ballerina in the offseason. I don't give a shit about any of that stuff. I want him to not be able to be moved. That's it. That's all I want on my interior. I don't care about interior pressure. I want the entire fucking 2/3 of that offensive line or 3/5 to be just a brick wall. I want them to have to bounce to the outside. And if you get them to do that, you fucking win. You understand? 350, 360. That's what you want.
As
Here
a
we
kid,
go. I'm with. Yeah.
As a kid, The Replacements came out, the movie, and for the life of me, I never understood why an NFL team never tried to get a bunch of sumo wrestlers on their offensive line or defensive line.
Well, I mean, we were just I was talking about watching the Islander game, but I think I brought this up on the show. The old Islanders owner, Charles Wang, genuinely brought up to the general manager an idea of putting a sumo wrestler in net to take up most of the net, and had to be talked out of that idea. Or explain to why that wouldn't actually be a good idea.
I mean, you have to move quickly as a goalie. Reaction time.
Goalie, yeah.
But
because those guys
I understand the
can
concept of it.
Right. But those guys can hit the little corner window that you leave open.
Correct.
Yeah.
Where your arm
covers
can't quite get up to.
He's got 92% of the net cut or covered, but they're going to fucking hit that 8% every time. Those guys are sharpshooters, man.
Matt comes in and says, what if we don't draft wide receiver 2? We have needed one, and they never pull the trigger. Is Mitchell their guy? My therapist is tired of me complaining. Hey, we are your therapist, and we have no problem with you complaining. It's okay because we complain on a weekly, daily, nightly, hourly basis. I cannot see any way we come out of the top 2 rounds not drafting a wide receiver. Like, if one of the top 3 is there at 16, I would be floored if we did not take them at 16. And if you didn't take one at 16, I would bet every dollar I have in my wallet that one of the next 2 picks will be wide receiver. Like I can justify a situation where it's like maybe they didn't go receiver till 44, but like that is by far the last straw. There is no way we're getting out of the first 2 rounds without one. Matt, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think they gotta find a wide receiver too at some point, right? Like either in the trade market, like I know Brian Thomas Jr.'s names got brought up a lot, or in the draft, like you just laid out in the first or the second round. That to me is the last big glaring need, right? Like you added the left guard in free agency after the first big wave. You have a lot of depth on the defense now. I think that's your answer. I think wide receiver 2 is a major priority in the NFL draft.
Now, what do you think? We talked about Jauan Jennings. Like, let's say the Jets bring in like a $15 million a year wide receiver. Is there any world where they say BPA and it's not receiver through the first 4 picks, Green Bean? Is there any way you see us not drafting a wide receiver 2 through 2 days of the draft?
Yeah, if we go out and sign Jauan Jennings.
I hate you. I hate you so much. I'm just saying, I'm just throwing a name out there that was just in a super chat. But like, I mean, short of getting Marvin Harrison Jr. or like Brian Thomas Jr., like I feel like it has to be one of those picks.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I think, and if they don't, it's going to be one of those gripes that we have for a long time. Like last year using our 4th, which was just, I forget now who we were talking about, but there was so much excitement we had coming out of days 1 and 2 into day 3, having an early 4th. We were excited and they just reached for the wrong player. It happened to be a wide receiver, but it put such a damper. Like if they come out of the first 4 picks without a wide receiver, it's going to have a similar feel. Like we're missing an opportunity here, man. And I think they got to do it. I wouldn't be surprised. Like I do think it's Arvell Reese, but I would not be blown away if they decided to go at Carnell Tate. I wouldn't be. I don't think it's. I don't think that's the likely scenario, but I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be blown away. I wouldn't be floored like Will McDonald Day, and I wouldn't be pissed either. You know, I'd be like, all right, well, here we go. We're doing this, so I don't know. And then the same thing goes for pick 16. Like if they're there, I think if Ty Simpson's there, they're taking him.
At 16, you think?
Yeah, but I could see a wide receiver or an offensive lineman there, but I think they would go wide receiver and they could pivot because we have the first pick in the 2nd round. There's going to be one of the 2 guards there. One of the 2 interior linemen are going to be there, I think. So I think we're coming out with a wide receiver. So sorry.
I saw a really interesting, let me see if I can pull it over. And this hurts to look at, so I apologize. You brought up Carnell Tate, and I saw a really weird, kind of funky way to represent the top 3 receivers. But it was in the games played. How did the top 3 wide receivers in this draft perform against ranked opponents? This coming from U Stadium. Carnell Tate in 12 games, 36 receptions, 500 yards, 3 touchdowns. Mekhi Lemon, 57 receptions, 735 yards, and 6 touchdowns. And Jordan Tyson, 46 receptions, 638 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Like, kind of wild to see the difference. Like it makes me.
Yeah, but this is one of those cherry pick things.
It absolutely is. But ranked opponents, I feel like I'll say this: ranked opponents do give me a little bit more context. I feel like when I see Carnell Tate, 2 receptions, 15 yards against Penn State, like that to me is like are you kidding me? Like, and then like against Oregon twice, 1 reception, 13 yards, 1 reception, 10 yards, like. That part of it starts to scare me. And I like Jordan Tyson. Like for all the concern about the injury stuff, like he wrecked his knee in 2022 and he's played really well since then. And then the other injuries he had, it was a broken collarbone, which is kind of fluky, and then a hamstring this year. And like the hamstring, I feel like with receivers just sort of happens occasionally with the twitchy guys. Like I feel like I'm almost pivoting towards like, you know, maybe Lemon is the safest guy, but I think Tyson might be the best receiver of the three.
Yeah, well, but here's the thing that I would look at. What else was going on in that game?
100%. There's definitely more context missing here.
Because I'm with you on ranked opponents. Like, you know, you got to look at the best competition, right? And whether or not, like, it's like, you know, when you look at whatever, like when you look at somebody that they have fucking amazing stats, whatever position, you look at their competition, they've played nobodies. Or they're a big fish in a small pond or something. Like you got to factor that in. It doesn't mean that it's an end all be all stat or anything, but it's like, but you got to factor it in. So like in games like this, you got to look at this stuff. But what else is happening? So like this is the kind of shit. Like, okay, great. In these games, you know, with Jordan Tyson, was he the whole offense?
Yeah, but he's getting you're averaging in 6 ranked games, you're averaging 100 yards and a touchdown against your biggest opponents. Like that's kind of like that's an alpha that I see. Like Carnell Tate, he's probably wide receiver too because of Jeremiah Smith, but like, you know, in 12 games against ranked opponents to only have 3 touchdowns at 500 yards, that does feel funky to me.
Look at the teams too, you know.
Yeah.
So anyway, I know I'm with you. I'm not disregarding it. I'm just saying this isn't a place that stops me. It just opens up stuff, you know.
Matt, what are your thoughts on this?
I don't want to read too much into it, right? Like I understand where you're coming from on it, but I don't know how well that necessarily means it's going to translate at the next level. Like I feel like there's so much context to what's going on in these individual games too, right? Like what were they trailing? Were they leading? What was the game script? I just got to go off of how I watched each of these players individually across multiple games, right? Like I've seen games where Carnell Tate put up massive numbers, and I've seen games where he was a little bit more quiet, and same thing on all 3 of these guys. But I think you just have to take the whole evaluation into effect.
So best game across the board, it looks like Carnell Tate's was against number 15 Michigan, 5 receptions, 82 yards, and a touchdown. Mekhi Lemon's best game against a ranked opponent would probably be, is that Illinois? 11 receptions, 151, and 2 touchdowns. And then Jordan Tyson's is probably against Texas Tech, 10 receptions, 105 yards, and a touchdown. That's a crazy good defense. He had other games, like the KSU game, 176 and 2 touchdowns is a biggie too. But, TCU, man, I don't know. It's interesting. I saw it pop up on Twitter and I was like, this is like just interesting enough to make me reconsider Tate, not necessarily reconsider Tyson or Lemon. iTile comes in, says, what 16-33 combo do you prefer? Ione and Fano, or sorry, Ione or Fano. So basically guard or wide receiver, Boston or KC or Cooper, or wide receiver, Lemon Tyson plus Pregnon, Besant. I would take Lemon or Tyson plus one of the interior offensive linemen at 33 over the other.
Great.
Yeah, and I think to me, it a lot of it stems from, I think the drop from guard isn't as big as the drop from receiver. And I value Lemon and Tyson a lot higher than I do Boston, Casey, and Cooper.
I like Boston, though. I like Cooper, too.
Yeah, so do I. I think they're fine. I don't particularly want to... I'd rather have the 5th-year option on a receiver than the 5th-year option on a guard that's going to be at the price of a tackle. Like, that's kind of, I guess, where my head's at. If you get to the 5th-year option on either guy, then I guess that's you don't care as much anyway, but it's a good problem to have. Greeny, what would you say? Would you prefer the wide receiver first, then the lineman?
I'm with you.
You're with us?
No, yeah, I'm with you guys. If I'm going to choose, because I like Pregnon and I like Basantis.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, so I mean, I think that's the more bang for the buck.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think, I would rather have Lemon or Tyson over Boston and Cooper. And like, I'm just as happy with Pregnon as I am with Vega, Ione Vega, whatever. So it's like, yeah, I would choose the second option for sure.
The Jets Life podcast comes in and says, if there is a run in top 10 at wide receiver, are you comfy trading up for one of the big three, and do Tyson's injuries scare you? So I would say this: I am not going to trade up from 16 for a receiver. I'm more than comfortable going receiver in the second round. If the top three guys are off the board, if you don't like wide receiver 4 in that spot, I'm cool with going guard. I'm cool with going Ty Simpson. I'm cool with going, you could talk me into tight end. You could talk me into linebacker. Like, there's other options at 16 that I would be more comfortable with than trading up and giving up one of my second round picks to get one of the top 3 receivers. As far as do Tyson's injuries scare me, I think it's part of the evaluation process, but I'm not as afraid of Tyson's injuries after having the context of seeing the I think it was ACL, LCL, get destroyed in 2022. And he had his like boom seasons after that. So that injury clearly did not hamper him. The broken collarbone could happen to anyone. It happened to Aaron Rodgers. That shouldn't be seen as like a bad thing. The hamstring, maybe there's some degree of concern, but I feel like twitchy wide receivers just sort of have that stuff anyway. So like, to me, Tyson has kind of shifted to my favorite of the wide receivers. And then, so that's my answer. No to trading up to the top for the top 3 receivers, and I'm not afraid of his injuries. Matt, throw it to you first. What do you think about trading up, and what do you think of Tyson's injuries?
Yeah, I don't hate the idea of trading up. And I like Tate and Lemon more so than Jordan Tyson right now. Like, if you could do 16 and 44 to get up for your choice and potentially get, and my number 1 would be Carnell Tate. So if I could come away in the first round with Reese and Tate, and then trade down from 33 and pick up a second round pick somewhere in the middle and pick up a third round pick by doing that and recoup some of the value you lost in the trade up. Do I think it's the most likely thing to happen on draft night? No. Like, if we're talking about scenarios, I think the most likely pick they are to trade out of is 33, but after they take someone at 2 and 16. But it's an option. And if they just say, like, we need 2 impact guys, I don't think you can go wrong with a Reese and a Tate at the top.
Yeah, I think if this question was framed maybe a little differently, like, to me, if Styles was falling, Styles to me is like a player I'd want to go up for. I think because of the receivers, it's so weird because I literally just finished saying that, like, there's a drop off from the top 3 wide receivers to like the second round wide receivers. But if you're looking for wide receiver 2, I'm comfortable with where that's going to be in the second round. But I really like the way you frame that, Matt. I think that pick 33 is so valuable. You could probably trade down and get a second and a third anyway, so that pick 44 is effectively just getting you up higher, and isn't really a huge issue. And I think what pick are the Dolphins at the top? Are they
11?
Okay. So you're probably talking about getting up to like maybe the Saints pick somewhere in there. I don't hate it. I don't hate it as much talking it through that way. Bean, your thoughts? Would you trade up into the top 10 for a wide receiver? Although I guess this implies if there is a run in the top 10 at wide receiver, that would imply you're probably getting at best a run has to be at least 2. You're probably getting the third receiver.
You're getting the third. So in other words, when Tate and Lemon are gone, do you want to use your second is it worth 16 and 44 or 16 and 33 for Tyson?
I would say definitely not to 33. Matt has kind of talked me into 44, but I don't
Like if 16 and 44 got you to 6, where Cleveland is before any of the wide receivers are taken, and you have your choice of any of the three,
All right,
does
if
that
you're gonna
change
do-
it?
Yes.
It does, but I think it also. I think it's changing the question though too, because I don't think you're trading up if all three are there. I think it's the run that forces the no, we got to go up and get our guy, and I think that 44 may not get you as high, but might get you to the spot to get that third receiver. Like I don't think like our
I
fourth
don't know if I
isn't
necessarily agree with that. What if they look at Tate and like that guy's we think could be a number 1 receiver in this league, and we think that both the other guys are project more as number 2s.
So you're saying if Tate was the third guy on the board and we wanted to go up?
No. I'm saying like if they
that changes
desperately wanted to come away with
I see what you're saying.
Your number 2, and then your choice, who your favorite wide receiver is of the 3.
I gotcha.
Like we want to get our number 1 receiver. We don't want to have to settle for these guys that we're not as high on.
That's a different question, I think. I think if you're telling me you're getting the best receiver in the draft or your best receiver in the draft for pick 44, right. I like that. If you're saying there's been a run on receivers and now you're trading up to get one of the big 3 and you have to give up 44, that might be a different conversation. Bean, is that kind of how you took it, or?
Yeah, I don't look. I'll tell you, if I'm guaranteed my choice, if I knew I was getting my choice, like before the run, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just doing this with some foresight, and with my AI GM 𝐒𝐻, we call him, we could predict more accurately when that's about to occur. We're looking at pick 7.
Based on this person's internet search history of highlights on these wide receivers, we know these guys are thinking.
You know they're doing that shit now. Like, fucking go ahead, look at this fucking GM's fucking history. But yeah, I mean that's a different story. But I'm really also a fan. Like the idea, I don't want to minimize the potency of second round picks, like the value of those players as well. And we all like to talk about drop off and everything, but every year, man, like there are seconds and thirds that just far out, they outplay for. So like, I really am a fan of this team right now. The more premium dart throws, I'm kind of over on that side. It's going to take a lot to get me over here. Like guaranteed that I get my first choice. So I got Arvell Reese, and I'm coming away with Carnell Tate, let's say. And that's the guy I fucking want. And then I still got pick 33. I could slide back 2 spots, get a third, whatever. Something like that. But I know I'm going to get Pregnon or whoever I want, What's the linebacker I like?
C.J. Allen?
Whatever.
Or Anthony Hill Jr.?
Yes, Rodriguez. Right, thank you. Anthony Hill, too. But yeah, so like, whatever. So I'm getting one of those guys. So I feel pretty good about my days 1 and 2, and I figured out a way to add a third maybe. Yeah, then I'm doing it. But I'm also a fan of, like, again, we don't have a third. So the 2 seconds are even more valuable for me because I look at the second as our third. Just really high.
It's a very, very high
really
third.
High.
So high, it's
really
insane.
High.
JJ says Reich will never draft Simpson. He says Maui Noah at 16. Your mom at 16.
Why wouldn't Reich draft Simpson? That makes, first of all, Reich doesn't draft fucking anybody, JJ.
Correct.
Okay. So there's that. Second, the Reich has been here for like 26 days. All right. You can suck a lemon. So, but why wouldn't he? He's fucking perfect for Reich. What are you talking about? But anyway. Go on.
Matt, could you head over to last week's stream and grab some timestamps while we kind of go through this? He says Maui Noah at 16. I think, maybe his name comes into play at some point if the receivers are off the board. I'm open to guard. Squarehead Jets fan says Hyena. Hi guys. You think there's a decent chance a team trades up to 2 to take Love and the Jets move back for more picks? I've heard this floated a few times. I think one Twitter account has like 1,000 followers or something, and they were posting it pretty adamantly the other day. If that's the case, if the Jets can move out of 2 and you can pick up like a second and a third to stay within like the top 5 or 6.
Well, what you got to do is you got to call Robert Saleh and say, look, dude, I know
Yes.
you want Jordan Love.
Yes.
But teams are beating down my door. I got a
100%.
first on the table. You can give me your second and third,
Yep.
and I'll take it because we've done business before.
Yep.
We're friends.
Yep.
I'm giving you a fucking bro rate. You slide down 2 spots. He takes Arvell Reese.
Yep. Well, I mean, he jumps. If you think,
Yeah.
I put it this way, the Titans would be the team I'm hoping to jump up to 2. And it's funny how he's got the connection with LaFleur too. Like I could see them flip-flopping pick 3 and pick 4 to guarantee that like Love is his guy if that's it. But I would be all right dropping from 2 to 4, and then you just have to be all right with the idea of, okay, you're potentially losing Reese in that move, and who would your next pick be at that point? Unless it winds up going Reese and your other guy, and then you're like, oh shit, no one went the running back, and now we're like standing there with our dick in our hand. But I would think Styles and Bailey come into play more there if Reese is gone. Would you do the trade down, Matt, if teams are calling up for Love, and how far back would you feasibly want to go?
2 picks, Tennessee, right? Even if it's Arizona's like, oh, we want to move up the spot because we think Tennessee's going to draft him. Okay. I mean, they could still draft him, but saying like we're going to call and move up, we'll say. I think the 2 spots as far as I go. And if you lose out on Arvell Reese, then you draft Sonny Styles. And I think we'd all be pretty happy about that.
Yeah, you give
Or
me an
David
extra
Bailey.
second and third, and you're like, hey, you got Sonny Styles and an extra 2 and 3. Like, whoo! Being you're on board with that Titans trade if that were to come about.
Yes. I think there's so much opportunity to use people's emotions in the draft. We can't be emotional, but we own this motherfucker.
Do you know what's not
understand?
emotional, Green Bean?
What?
An AI.
That's right.
Just saying.
I don't like all this AI talk on here.
I'm just saying.
Makes me nervous for our future.
Muji AI.
Matt.
Yes.
Why are you afraid of AI? What? I mean, I shouldn't assume afraid, but why don't you like the?
I'm a little anti AI, especially in creative fields. I think it kind of diminishes the human element to some things. I don't want to lean too much into the technology. I think it's a useful tool, but I don't want it to. I'm afraid it's going to take away jobs and stuff from real.
It is.
It's 100%.
I'm with you there, buddy.
I do like.
You know what I'm working on, Matt? I'm working on. Just so you know, I stand with you, except for the fact that I'm choosing not to stand there. I feel the same way you feel.
That's totally fine. Yeah.
You see what I'm? You see what I mean? You know what I mean? Right.
We're in a we're in a Goldilocks zone because people have met us. People know we're real people. Like there's going to be a time where there is flat out AI content creators that are pumping out content immediately after every single thing, and we're not going to be able to keep up with it. And
that's terrible.
Yeah. Like that's going to be a thing. And I hope that the people that have been around for a while appreciate the human element as opposed to maybe the AI saying what you'd want to hear that generates the most amount of views to get the most ad revenue.
But that's it. They're going to know what they want to hear. People are fucking, I mean, generally speaking, not you guys in the chat, of course, but people are dumb.
It's
know,
true.
like,
there's
you
so
see
much,
it.
dude. There's so much AI stuff. It's terrifying. News scares
It's
me.
crazy.
That shit scares me.
And the views that it gets, I'm not even convinced the views are fucking real. Like, so the shit's fake. The views are fake. The watch time is, everything's just fake. And you're out here. It's like, you know, you've heard women for a long time complain about, you know, like models on Cosmopolitan and everything's fake, right? They're airbrushed and we're comparing ourselves to fake. That's now spreading out into everything. It's real. We're comparing ourselves, holding ourselves up to, like, it's unbeatable, dude. It never stops. It never sleeps. You go, hey, what's this equation? And it goes, boom. It's got it. Hey, what do you think about this? Boom. It gives you 10,000 examples. It's like you can't fucking possibly keep up with it. It's the worst. I'm with you, Matt. And
Yes.
don't forget about the robot dogs. They're coming too.
Oh God.
AIGM.
They're all over.
We've got it. He's in here. Zed says, get Vega at 16, finish the O-line before quarterback. I can understand people feeling that way. Brazel all day. Brazel day 2 says JJ. And then Mutt Viles dropping.
Love Brazel.
I like Brazel. JJ words. Mutt Viles dropping 10 Talking Jets OnlyFans memberships. Oh, what the heck? Frozen.
Yeah, what? Hey, yeah, yeah. Oh, wait, we're still there.
Took a second. We're
Jets.
stuck. We're stuck. Come on.
Hey.
I guess.
Oh, no.
Womp.
T.
I'll click it off.
All
I probably
right,
have too
Jets,
much
Jets, Jets.
shit going on my computer right now. That is what it is. Thank you, Mutt Files. You're a gentleman and a scholar. All right. We have reached the end of our show. So, how many ticket emojis did we get, boys?
2.
2.
No, it was definitely more than that.
No, the same. Unless I missed, I've been looking. The same people put it up more than once. Look, Scour. I kept my eye on it.
Okay. Someone's got a real good chance.
I'll give you another 10 seconds. Wait, hold on. There's one. Hold on. Yeah, that's the same one. Light Boys.
We're giving away 2 tickets to the Talkin' Jets
Each one.
draft
Tell 'em
party.
You got a fucking carpool. I'm just kidding.
All right. Well, I guess we make our decision then. So we've got 2 people. What are the names?
I don't see any more. Do you, Matt? I got
Mutt Viles.
Mutt Viles put one. All right, then I missed Mutt Viles. I saw his super chats and his frozen 10 Talking Jets things that froze Ryan. I got Flight Boys. I'll add Mutt Viles and We Free Kicks.
All right. I'm trying to refresh
All right.
my thing on this side. Let's see if it'll go. Boom. All right.
Yeah, Flight Boy. Yeah, it's like there are numerous entries from the same people.
Okay.
Oh, there's one more. Eric Bonilla at the end.
Love it. Okay. Charles says,
got
hello,
4.
Matt, Ryan, Greenbean. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you. Charles, you're going to be at our... Charles is going to be at our
What's up,
draft
Charles?
party. If you guys want to meet Charles, he will be at our draft party.
Yeah.
And Britt
What's
Rugg
up, Matt
says,
Simon?
LOL, hi. Hi. We're
Oh,
happy.
she
you're
said
here.
hi, LOL.
Hi, LOL. Yes, that's
Different.
right. All right, so how many do we have? We've got 4?
4.
All right, chat. Greenbean, mix up your numbers so it's not 1, 2, 3, 4. Chat, give me a number 1 through 4. And I'm going to pick the 6th number that pops up. Number 2, Duncan. Who gets it?
That is We Free Kicks.
We Free Kicks.
Woo!
We Free
There you go.
Kicks. Reach out.
And if you have a week to claim it, right? Is that what we're doing? And if
Yeah,
not,
let's do that. If we don't hear from you, We Free Kicks, before our next show, then we're going to throw the tickets back into the contest and someone else could potentially win them. So We Free Kicks, reach out to jetstalk247@gmail.com or talkinjetshow@gmail.com. Email is in the description down below. Let us get your information so that way we can put you on the list for the 2 tickets. And we get to give away another prize, potentially a Dom C is wrong draft kicker shirt. Greenbean, how many people do we have in our other giveaway?
Charles and Britt. Okay. We have
JJ says I'm bringing my
37.
mom for Ryan.
Nice. Tell her to fucking don't forget
Hell
that
yeah.
boob.
Oh,
Ryan can stick it in his coffee.
I want a white Russian. Hopefully your mom's not Russian.
Lord.
Jesus. Okay. How many people we got, Green Bean?
36 it is.
36. Chat, we've got 36 contestants for our spin wheel tonight. I'm going to look for the fifth number that pops up. Give me a number 1 through 36. Fifth number that pops up is going to win something on the baggage claim tonight. Bum, 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 bum. Shit.
Jersey.
How many numbers did I say I was going to pick? Was it the fifth number or the sixth number?
I don't remember.
It's
I
6
heard
for
you.
the last one.
I did
So
6
why
for
don't
the
you do
last
5?
one. Crap. All right. I'm not looking at the chat. Okay. I'm looking at the chat now. 𝐒𝐫𝐞𝐞𝐫𝐢's second comment says 12. I'm going to go 10 down from that one.
Okay.
𝐒𝐫𝐞𝐞𝐫𝐢's the first one at 12. So that second 12 that he put up, that's the first one. I'm going 10 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm up to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Number 8. Boss Girl said 8.
That's 𝐒𝐵oogie.
Oh, no way. Really?
Yep, that's 𝐒𝐵oogie.
All right. Well, that's pure dumb luck that worked out that way. 𝐒𝐵OOgie.
We're not beating the rigged allegations.
I fucked that up so bad. I couldn't remember what number I said, and I knew you two weren't paying attention, and crap. Well, it is what it is.
I actually heard it. I just...
Dude, I fucking brain farted. I'm sorry. Hat. 𝐒𝐵OOgie gets a hat.
Yay!
You get a green beanie.
𝐒𝐵oogie, you coming to the draft party, man?
Yeah, 𝐒𝐵OOgie, come on. Come to the draft party with us.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on.
This shit is fucking rigged.
I see everyone like rooting for the pillow. That's for JJ's mom. Boys and girls, it's been a lot of fun hanging out with you tonight. Green Bean, what you got going on this week?
I ain't got shit going on this week. I don't know. I'm excited about the draft party. I want as many of you guys to come as possible. Like, again, it's not a $150 thing or whatever, like the tickets and the tailgate and $25 and you get a free drink and half price after. It's just a hang. It's like I'm coming all the way up there. I hope to meet as many people as I can. When I do, I'm excited for our fucking 2 firsts. It's going to be a great night. That's what I'm talking about. I hope you guys come. Go to talkinjets.com and get in on it with us.
Matt, what you got going on?
What do I have going? I'll probably talk to Jeremy tomorrow on my channel. We usually do that on Wednesday. So I don't know what we're talking about yet. We'll figure that out tomorrow. So come hang for a good time.
I love it. I don't have a whole lot going on. Nothing that I can think of. I'll probably do a mock draft because we finished free agency for the most part. Do that. Maybe a live stream, something like that. Who knows? You guys know the deal. We'll be back here 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock next Tuesday, talking Jets. JETS.
Just go somewhere else. I can't take this nonsense anymore. How are you going to blame the defense?
I got the power. Screw Green Bean. Damn it. But once you get to the sausage, I feel like we're doing something.
Go Jets.
What would you give up to see a Jets Super Bowl?
All of my friends and family.
Hit those milk thumbs, boys and girls. Freeze run.
Hold on to your underwear, ladies, and stand by, bitches. It's now time for Talkin' Jets with your hosts, Matt, Ryan, and Green Bean.
Jets!